This is the third battle between Panda Warrior and Yawning Firefly. We have the Lombards versus the Avars. The Lombards have a front line of Gestalt swords and spears. For cavalry, they have their Raider cavalry, skirmish cav, Lombard horse, Lombard lancers, 2 levy archers, and Lombard lancers, Lombard horse. So more than able to put the pressure on the Avars. The Avars are bringing a total of 8 horse skirmishers here. Avar horse archers, 4 on this flank. Then we have Avar noble archers on this flank, sort of dual purpose. They have a sword, 40 melee damage. They have a bit of armor. Not bad in melee at all. And for melee cavalry, we have these Avar guard, or for shock cavalry rather, Avar lancers, Avar lancers, Avar lancers, and Avar lancers, Avar noble lancers on the flanks here. So the Avars in this particular case have their work cut out for them, because they need to kill a lot of enemy units with their cavalry. They both need to kill enemy cav units, and they're starting off well, using the elevated position to fire down on these Lombard horse, and they're losing a lot of men. So ideally Panda Warrior wants to take the fire on his spearmen here and hold his Lombard horse, his very lightly armored Lombard lancers, hold them back. And it's going to be hard to protect all of the various approaches, having only 2 levy archers. But having only 2 levy archers has allowed Panda to bring a lot of infantry and a lot of cavalry. And he doesn't need to worry about protecting his skirmishers too much, which is nice, because they make up a relatively small portion of his force. Now here come the Avar horse archers. They're going to be getting off a lot of shots on this Raider cav, doing a lot of damage to them. They have a lot of ammunition as well. High speed, hard to track down. But the Raider cav, it looks like the Raider cav is going to move in and get a few good volleys off here. So yeah, definitely, they are being given attack move orders through, and look at how quickly they are shredding the Avar horse archers, putting the pressure on them. One unit is almost completely gone. They have to pull back now because there's support incoming and they are losing a lot of men, but getting that one Avar horse archers off the field, very useful. It only got 4 kills as well, so putting the pressure on horse archers with javelins. It worked in Rome 2, it works in Attila. As long as the horse archers are not supported, these javelins can kill them incredibly quickly. And now pushing the levy archers up here to also get some fire done on the Avar horse archers, so they need to pull back now. They're going to take a lot of damage from these levy archers. Continually pushing the Avars towards the corner here, just completely avoiding the center, which is a good idea because of the elevation differences and because of the forest that can be used to hide the Avar units. And pushing with the levy archers up front denies these Avar units the ability to go up and engage at range. I'm just going to be fast forwarding when nothing is happening here, because this is going to be a long and chasey battle, it seems. Now the horse archers are moving up on the flank where there are no skirmishers. Could do some damage there. No skirmish support over here for Panda Warrior. The spears being sent into the forest to scout a bit. In spear wall, in a dense formation, well protected from enemy cavalry. And look at this now. The Raider cav not given direct attack orders here. They were giving move orders here to intercept, which could have been a good idea, but here come the Avar horse archers to support. So this Raider Cav is going to get shredded if it doesn't turn back. However, it allows the Levy Archers to get a few volleys off on these of our Horse Archers. But the Raider Cav took a beating there. A lot of damage. Now these of our nobles are firing on both spears and Gestalts. Gestalts 65% missile block, same for the spearmen when they are in their defensive formation. So these guys are going to be able to tank out a lot of fire.
They are trying to take out our general.
Focusing on the Gestalt Guard general now. He's taking a bit of damage there from the flaming arrows. Killing the general, of course, very useful. Now, I have to wonder why Yawning Firefly isn't completely surrounding Panda here. But it could be because Panda has a sizable cavalry force here. So if Yawning Firefly splits up his forces too much, then Panda Warrior could sally out and destroy the different parts of the force.
The enemy has discovered our hidden troops.
Of our Horse Archers running up, seeing the spearmen, they want nothing to do with that, so they are retreating. And you can see the Avars are really struggling to find an approach here. This is almost like a box with, or a wedge with just cavalry in the back. But getting some units here to put pressure on the Lombard cavalry, I think that would be a very wise decision. The Avar nobles pushing up, dealing damage to the Gestalts. But they are taking damage from these Levy Archers. The Levy Archers haven't killed anything just yet, and here we go. The forces get split up, and Panda Warrior is going to sally out and try to trap these Avar nobles. Firing on them with the Raider Cav. These are heavy bow cav. Panda has light shock cav. So the light shock cav is going to make it into the Avar nobles. These are not fight. This is what I talked about was going to happen. When the cav units get isolated, Panda Warrior is just going to pounce and massively charge them down. Now he doesn't respond to this charge here by the Avar Noble Lancers, so the Avar Noble Lancers are going to kill a lot of these Lombard Lancers. But he does have more units in support, he does have Lombard horse support.
This is a shameful display.
But look at how quickly the Lombardian cavalry is dangerous, but it's also very, very fragile. Only 10 armor across the board. So the Raider Cav charges into the Avar Noble Archers, firing their javelins. And here come the Lombard Lancers, chasing after the Avar Noble Horse Archers. Lombard Lancers, a much quicker unit. Being light shock cavalry. Sometimes being light is an advantage, and this is one such case. But the Avar Lancers come into support, and the Lombard Lancers are going to drop really quickly now. So a few of the Avar units have been chased off the field, but Panda Warrior lost a lot, and he's going to be losing even more. Firing into this blob is not good for the Avars. They're going to be causing significant friendly fire in this blob.
Running, cowards!
So Panda Warrior lost a sizable portion of his army. His Raider Cav is mostly out of javelins. And I'm seeing, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 almost full strength units of our Horse Archers. The Levy Archers are picking them apart. When you're playing as a nomad faction with a lot of horse skirmishers, once your men get killed, that man's ammunition is gone. So if you're losing men on a unit that has, let's say, 20 ammunition left, you're losing 20 arrows per man that gets killed. So you really need to protect your horse skirmishers. At the same time, you really need to make your horse skirmishers kill stuff, and those two are kind of conflicting goals. Because you have to use them aggressively, you have to ensure that they get the kills they need, but that puts them in dangerous positions as well. Let's see, let's just fast forward a bit here. Pushing up the Avars is Panda Warrior. Avars continually trying to move around and get shots off on the cavalry, and now they managed to do so. These volleys are going to be devastating. A lot of Lombard cavalry is biting the dust here, starting to waver from flaming arrows alone. Focusing on the general as well. Into the shielded side. And now it seems like a unit of archers used its ammunition. No, it was the raiders that used their ammunition. And here come the Avar lancers smashing in. But see how well the Gestalt swords are holding now. It might be because the attack orders were given on the levy archers. So the lancers are going to lose a lot of men pulling out here. Wow. They lost a bunch doing that.
Hidden units, watch out!
Not really worth it for them there. Now here come the Avar Guard General. Raider Cav charging into it. Flaming ammunition being fired on it. And here comes the Lombard Horsemen into the flanks of the Avar Guard. The Avar Guard is a shock cav unit. It's not the most sturdy unit in prolonged combat. The Levy Archers getting chased off, but so are the Avar Lancers. And now Panda is piling everything in on the Avar Guard, it seems. No, actually just using Brace. Very nicely done. Using Brace here on the Lombard Horse and the Gestalt. So they're going to do a lot of damage to the Avar Guard. The enemy general is going to be dying here. If he's not the luckiest general ever. He's lucky, but he's shattered, so he's not coming back. But the morale penalty isn't going to take effect before the general is actually off the field. So you can see general still alive. He's running off here, slowly. Now the Avar Lancers have gotten a lot of kills. Another unit of Avar Lancers here making its way into the back. The question is how many charges these Avar Lancers have, because they're going to be bogged down here in the forest. Yeah, they're losing men really quickly. Another charge here by the Avar Horse Archers, but the spears run in to intercept. The Avar Horse Archers pulling out, but look at them losing men pulling out here. So the Avar Noble Lancers are going to get destroyed by the spears. The Lombards are cleaning up in the forest. The Avar Lancers off the field. So now there are only 4 units left here. Avar Nobles. And the Lombards could just camp in the forest. Take up position there and await the final charge when all of these units have spent their ammunition. Because Panda Warrior, he has a few depleted cav units left.
Cowards!
He's using them to chase off these Avar Horse Archers. So the Avar Horse Archers are off the field there. And sniping the general and remaining cav units seems to be what the Avars are going for here. So these Raider Cav could run off the field at any moment. But I really don't see the Avars having enough ammunition left to make a dent in the Lombard army now. Charging into the back of the Gestalts, pulling out. But if this was Attila, that unit would be gone. However, this is Charlemagne, and in Charlemagne, uphill charges into infantry. The spearmen take a relative beating here, using Brace on the Gestalt swords. The Gestalt swords also take damage, but these Avar Noble Archers are good multi-purpose units, but it's just too little too late for them. Army balance is starting to come into play. Too many Lombards left on the field, too few Avars. And actually the battle continues for about a minute, but not much to show you here, just a few depleted units being destroyed when they're charging in. So a Pyrrhic victory there, not a decisive one. I really like Panda Warrior's army here. I really like his execution. I see what Yawning Firefly was going for here, with a lot of horse archers against the lightly armored Lombards. And overall his units don't do that poor of a job. if we compare it to the cavalry of Panda Warrior. Of course, every single kill here on Panda Warrior side is on cavalry, so that needs to be taken into account. So, Panda Warrior continues. A great series of games in my opinion. Good game, guys. Strength and honor.